Jada Star is a singer-songwriter with roots that run deep in East Tennessee. Whether she's in the studio recording new music or stumping fans as a guest on a hit reality show, one thing is for sure. Jada is proof that hard work and talent combined will take you far.
So you mentioned a few minutes ago that you were on the ABC hit show Claim to Fame. It was the second season, correct?
Yes.
So tell me what that show's about is, I'm going to let you describe what it's about because you can do it better than I can.
Oh, no. So on Claim to Fame, they get a house of 12 strangers together, and we are all related to a celebrity, and we have to figure out through clues and challenges who one another are. None of us know who one another is. Also, the Jonas Brothers didn't know who we were either. It's hosted by Kevin and Franklin Jonas, who were adorable and the sweetest hosts. And so they reached out to me last year and asked if I'd be interested. I vetted it and made sure. At first, I thought it was like a scam or something. Turned out it was real. And I went through the whole process, and they said they wanted me on there, and I'm so glad. It was such a fun experience. Yeah. I made great new friends. Never thought I'd say, just the people that I met. We had Eddie Murphy's daughter was on there, Shane, and we had just the most amazing people. Jimmy Carter's grandson, Hugo. It's unbelievable. They were all amazing people on their own. I went home for an incorrect guess on Donny Osmond's son, who was just the sweetest guy ever, Chris Osmond. I love everyone on the show that I met, and they were all so down to earth, and it was the best experience. I loved it. I got to be on three episodes until I ended up guessing incorrectly, and I had to go home. I didn't go home. I went to a hotel until the finale, and then
to keep that secret.
It was a hoot. We had a good time.
So I saw on your stories that you got close to some people. Do you still talk to them?
Oh yeah. We actually absolutely. We have a group chat of all of us from the season. We also have the first season cast. Were wonderful. They reached out to all of us once the show started, and they said, "Okay, now you're part of the family." So now we have this huge group chat of all of us on there. They're all so supportive and so sweet, and just, it's so funny that they curated this group of friends that we all have this one thing in common, but they did a really good job of choosing people that were all down to earth, nice people. There weren't any, spoiled, rotten, people. Everyone was trying to make their own statement in the world, and I just thought that was what Gabriel Cannon, Nick Cannon's brother, for instance, on my season, just has so much to offer. And it was nice that he had the opportunity to do that there. We were all given that opportunity, and it was great.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. When we know you're Dolly Parton's niece, but you're not just Dolly Parton's niece, and I really want you to realize that I think, if I'm wrong, correct me. I think you struggle with that. I want you to realize that you are Jada Star. I want you to look in the mirror every day and say, "I'm Jada Star." I'm Jada Star, because you're Jada Star.
Yes.
And in my mind, I even posted on Facebook this morning, I'm going to Nashville to interview a star.
So sweet.
Because you are a star to me, and to countless others. So.
Well, and that means so much to me. And even though that's the thing though that I feel like makes me maybe slightly unique in trying to make a name for myself, and the people that I'm meeting, and these wonderful people that I are fans, but they're friends. They like me for some reason, and it's really sweet. That I do want to be honest and raw and say, I do have insecurity issues, because I think it helps. And I do have anxiety. When you meet other people that have it, or you see someone that you respect, or an artist that says, I have this thing, it makes you feel less alone. And if I can make people feel less weird and awkward and alone, and say, I do get insecure, but I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing if it makes people happy.
Right, absolutely.
And I have a 16-year-old that I want to teach to not be afraid of anything, and to teach which they're not afraid of anything, and to teach them to say yes to stuff. And you don't want to show that type of weakness to your kiddo. You want them to believe in themselves, so you have to at the same time, and that's helped me a lot too.
And you definitely have a huge amount of humility. You're a very humble person, and I love that too. But I do want you to look in the mirror and go, I'm Jada Star, because there's nothing wrong with that either. So
well, I love this. I'm really having a good time doing what I'm doing, and getting to branch out more and meet more people, and have more people, even from Claim to Fame, learn about who I am and start kind of joining the little family that growing here has been so special. Like, all I want to do is give people a safe place to be and make you feel like we're family, because that's what my aunt taught me to do. That's what my grandmother taught me to do. Dolly allows everyone to sit at the table. And I want to be able to carry that on and keep doing that too.
You know, my number one thing, and I tell people this all the time, and especially having worked in the job that I just came out of, and you'll understand this, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, our number one basic need is safety.
Yeah.
And so I told all of my patients, and I tell everybody, I want you to feel safe with me. My number one concern with other humans is that they feel safe with me.
Yes.
That you feel safe, because if you feel safe with me, then we're going to be able to cultivate this relationship and this good life, you know, and you're going to feel just everybody has that need for safety.
Yeah.
So I love that you said that.
Thank you.
So speaking of, you said a while ago, you know, that your mom said, put it to music because that's what we do. So, you know, being from this family, the Parton family, you really couldn't help being musical. I mean, having that inner genes. Were you taught to play, or did you just pick up the guitar and start playing?
My dad is an amazing guitar player, a lead guitar player. My mom is a great rhythm guitar player, acoustic guitar. She taught me about 3 chords when I was 15, and then from there, I went to, you know, going to the internet and getting a chord chart and learning. Once I mastered those 3, I was like, okay, now I want to venture out a little bit. Or again, I was a teenager, so I'd hear like a Sarah McLachlan song and go, I don't know how to play a B minor, but I need to play Building a Mystery. So I had to like learn those. And yeah, it just kind of developed. Also, growing up watching people play helped. I would never call myself a guitar player, though. It's very, it takes so much practice to be a truly good guitar player. But I can accompany myself. And I enjoy it. It's really fun.
You know where you would be a smash hit with 3 chords? Church.
Yeah.
My son was raised. We raised him in church, and he said, "Mom, to play in church, you just have to play like 2 or 3 chords. That's it.
what they
Every
say.
single song had the same chord.
3 chords in the truth.
Yeah, it didn't matter what they sung. There was the same 3 chords, and he was like, "Mom, it's simple." He would go up on
G,
stage.
C, and E. Yeah, it's fine.
That's what he would play. So
G, C, and D.
So you moved from Sevierville to Nashville.
Yes.
Well, like, when did you move?
About a year and a half ago.
About a year and a half ago. Okay, good. So what prompted that move for you?
So that was, I felt like I'd kind of reached the limit of what I could accomplish at Dollywood. Barry and I both did. I left about a year before he did. And I came here with my husband and my kiddo, and I immediately started working here at OPAR, the family production company. And then I started making my own music here too, and getting into that. It's really, really fun. It's also a place where older family members that are creative can kind of mentor younger family members that are creative. I really like doing writing workshops and things, and writing with other cousins and people. I just enjoy that. It's like teaching, but music.
Yeah. So you have, I'm going to pick this up. You have this new album out called Keeper of, or tell me, I'm your angel. But you have a song on there, Keeper of My Heart. Listen, that song, like, I'm telling you, that song really, I love that. It spoke to me. Tell me what inspired that, if you don't mind me asking. What inspired that? It's beautiful.
Thank you. I think it comes from, it was from multiple conversations I'd had with different friends throughout a week or two, where we were all going through different things. The idea that we are all so hard on ourselves, and that sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves we don't feel like we even deserve to be loved. And where you want to say to a person that is willing to love you, maybe you should not do that. Maybe you need to run far away. That's really what that comes from that place of us feeling like we're so worthless, but really we're not at all. But you have to be raw and admit those feelings and say them out loud first before they can go away. So that's really what that song came from.
Yeah. Listen, you brought me to tears because I have lived my life that way. You know, I've lived my life in a way that whoever got close to me, even my friend Sharon told me a few years ago, she said, you push everybody away. It's because of trauma and pain, you know that. I mean, I'm not going to go into that, but but it is. And so that song, I guess that's why it speaks to me so much, and I love that. It's just beautiful.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
But tell our viewers what you have coming up next. I mean,
yes. So one thing, what I'm doing with Barry right now is we're working and finishing. We're just putting the finishing touches on our Christmas album. We wrote, it's almost all original songs. Barry and I wrote the majority of them. We've got some songs from my cousin Richie and Albert, who worked over at Dollywood years ago. He's wonderful. We also have, that's going to be all finished. Barry's doing some work this December in another show, so he'll be able to have that album ready for that too. He's also going to be making his own Christmas EP. As for me, solo, I'm going to be doing a lot more work in the UK. I'm also going to be making some really fun videos for everybody, where I now have a place where I can go record videos, like a little sound stage that we finally finished. We're so excited about at Opar. So I'll be able to start up my Patreon. I'll be able to start doing a lot more cover videos and lives and Q&As. And I'm going to work on some ideas I've got for some video podcasts as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I just want to interact with people so much more. And now I have the ability to finally do that with this little sound stage. We've worked on it for months, and we just got it finished this week. So I'm stoked.
Yeah,
really
I love being able to interact with people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, I can't imagine like just sitting somewhere and just talking. Like
Absolutely.
I'm a people person like
Yes.
you. I've got to have that interaction and stuff
I
like
need that
so.
energy. And also, I'm also going to be working on getting some videos made for the songs on this album. And I'm already writing songs for a second one that hopefully I'll get to make next year.
Right. I'm looking forward to I'm all about Christmas songs,
I'm
Christmas
excited
albums,
for everyone to hear it. There's some
Yeah.
really fun stuff on there that's brand new that I think you'll enjoy.
Good. So here's the part where I'm probably going to get emotional. You have a new video coming out, and you have entrusted me and my show to
Yes.
premiere that. Listen, I'm so honored and so touched by that, Jada. Like you just don't understand what that means to me. Like you've entrusted me with your video and your baby.
You are so sweet.
So tell me the song. Tell me a little bit about the video, and then we're going to take a break and watch it.
Of course. Well, it's Keeper of My Heart, which is the first single off there. We filmed it at Centennial Park here in Nashville, where we've gotten to enjoy all the flowers, and I'll just be kind of telling that story in the video, and you guys will see me singing, and yeah.
So we're going to take a break, and we're going to let you guys watch Jada's new video, Keeper of My Heart. We'll be right back.
I push and I push and I know that I ask too much. Still you say you believe in this love, and that's enough. I steal what you give for free, 'cause I don't know how to give all my love to you, but you still come around. So why don't you run, my love, run and save yourself? Why don't you give your precious love to someone else? You know I'm a cyclone, and I'll tear your
Jada, that video was so beautiful. Thank you so much for, like I said, for entrusting me and my show to show it. I appreciate that. I love
appreciate
that.
it. I've never made a video before, so I'm excited.
So, so I'm really happy that,
Thanks.
I'm telling you, you're my soul sister. So now, as people can see, you have your guitar, and you've graciously agreed to sing a song for us.
Yeah.
Well,
you had told me when you came in here earlier this morning that you had been kind of humming Liar
Yes.
off my album, which was so sweet. And it's a little ditty I wrote years and years ago when I was mad at my boyfriend one day. And I had told him, I said, you just need to get out and leave me alone. And it's really about that when you are having a little scuffle with the person you love, but you don't really mean what you're saying, of course. And you say, well, I'm just a big liar. I didn't really want you to go anywhere. So
I love it, though. So take it away.
Thank you. I'm a liar. I said I did not need your love today. I'm a liar. You really can't believe a word I say. Unless I tell you I need you, and I love all the things you do. And without you, I couldn't live another day. I'm a liar. You really can't believe a word I say. I'm a liar. I said I did not want you in my way. Well, I'm a liar. You really can't believe a word I say. Unless I tell you that I love you, and I'm always so proud of you, and my life is better since you came my way. I'm a liar. You really can't believe a word I say.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Thank you. I love that. That is, and it's so easy to sing, and when I was singing it on the way here, I love it.
Thank you so much.
It's so beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate
So I
it.
have one more question I want to ask. Do you
Please.
have any plans to go back to Dollywood and perform with the family soon, or?
Well, I know what's exciting is that they are going to reopen the museum soon. And they're going to work on a thing called the Dolly Parton Experience, which is going to be so much fun. And we're hoping in the future that the theater where we have the Harmonies of the Heart show, where we have the amazing Heidi and Shelley, two cousins in the family, are there performing and holding it down at the park. We're hoping to be able to have opportunities to where different family members that have been there before, where we'll get to come back for a couple of days or a couple weeks, things like that. That's in the future. We're hoping to get to do that. But I'd absolutely come back and sing for everybody at Dollywood again.
That would be great. That would be the day I come.
Well, I'll let you know for sure. If we do.
And listen, I'm so happy to hear that the museum's opening back up. That was
Me too.
Like on my lunch hour, I would go over there sometimes and just go. There was such a sense of peace in there.
Of course.
And let me tell you this real quick. I remember one day, you know how they did the hologram of Dolly?
Yes.
So I was in there one day by myself on lunch. The park wasn't crowded. I was in there. You know, the hologram comes up, and that thing was so real that I kind of looked, and I looked around, and I was like, and I went, and I looked, and I was like, Dolly, is that really you? Because I swear it was that everything I did.
It's like too real.
And I was like, that was so real. And I looked around, and I was like, Dolly, is that you?
Those things get so creepy. And like, I'm so proud of my cousins too, because you've got, like, I'm here doing this. You've got Heidi and Shelley over at Harmonies of the Heart. Well, my cousin Rebecca Seaver is actually working on the museum.
Oh, wow.
And she helps do a lot of the archive stuff for the clothing. She worked on the Behind the Seams book that's going to come out soon. So that's another cousin. You'll also have to go see my cousin Danielle. She's got the Shine Girl Moonshine shop over there. She makes hers with honey. She has like a honey base.
Oh, wow.
It is, I don't really drink very much, but if I do, it's going to be that. It's super good, and I think you'd really enjoy her too. So we got everybody in the family doing something.
Yeah, I've heard about her. I've heard about Shine Girl. I would love to have her on the show.
She is so much fun to talk to too. She's a war vet. She's a pilot. She flew for airlines and for the United States military. She is unbelievable. We're so proud of her.
We need to reach out to her, definitely.
Please,
Get her on the show.
absolutely.
Okay, so Jada, listen, I want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for coming on my show. It meant more to me than you'll ever know. I really appreciate it. And I honestly think, and I told you this the other day, honestly think that you are on the brink of superstardom.
You are so sweet. Thank you so much.
I
This meant
appreciate
so much to me. It really did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can get together again and
Let's do it
collaborate on
again.
some other things. Yeah,
Absolutely. You'll have to come and we'll take you to eat hot chicken in Nashville.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I love that. So I've only been around Nashville. I've never been to Nashville.
Yeah,
I've only been
absolutely.
around it, like on my way somewhere else.
Well, we
So-
have another Dollywood alum here in Nashville now, singing downtown. And I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, I'm horrible at it, but she was the amazing girl that played fiddle. Younger girl with the blonde hair that plays fiddle, not Sarah,
Yeah.
but the
I
other
forget
girl
her
that would
name.
dance. She just moved here and
know
she's
who you're talking
performing down
about.
there. I'll send you a link because I think you'd be interested in her too.
Wasn't she just at the park last year or a couple? Yeah. I was
Yep,
gonna say.
and now she's down here working her
Wow.
butt off and doing
that's
great.
cool.
She's working downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, thank
Yeah.
you again. So thank you all for tuning in today. And I know you have enjoyed Jada just as much as I have. And tune in again next week for another exciting guest. And remember to always dream big because big dreams do come true.